morning, children. Welcome to science class. In the previous class, we have studied about the adding manures and fertilizer to the field. In today's class, we will discuss about the differences between manure and fertilizers. Manure is a natural substances obtained by the decomposition of cattle dung and plant residue. It is a natural substance obtained from the decomposition of cattle dung and plant waste material. From this, we will get organic manure or organic. It is nothing but organic material. It is rich in carbon compounds. Fertilizer is a man-made inorganic salt. It is prepared by the man and it is having inorganic salts. It is having salts of calcium, salts of potassium, salts of phosphate, phosphorus, salts of nitrogen, and it is rich in those nutrients. Manure, it can be prepared in the field by the farmers. It can be prepared in the field itself by the farmers. It is prepared in factories. It should be prepared in the factories because you have to mix a different chemical. That's why it should be prepared in the factories. Manure provides a lot of humus to the soil. It provides humus content. You have studied what is the meaning of humus. I will not explain about that. It provides lot of humus content to the soil. This fertilizers does not provide any humus to the soil. Does not provide any humus to the soil. Manure is relatively less rich in plant nutrient. It is less rich in plant nutrient, but it is very rich in plant nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Manure is less rich in plant nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, but fertilizer is very rich in plant nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. These are the differences between manures and fertilizers. It is a very important topic in this chapter, differences between manure and fertilizer. You have to remember these points. Next, we have to go for next step in the agricultural practice, that is irrigation. What is irrigation? In general terms, irrigation means supply of water to the agricultural crops. You know that water is very essential for the growth and development of the plant. The 90% of plant body is made up of water. This water is very essential to dissolve the nutrients, minerals in the soil so that the plant roots can easily absorb these nutrients. And for germination of seeds also water is very essential. In dry condition, germination of seeds does not take place. In every step of agriculture, water is very essential for preparation of soil, for flowing, for sowing. For every step, this water is very essential for the plant. Without water, plant cannot grow properly. That's why we have to supply the water to the plants in a regular interval. That is called as irrigation. The supply of water to crops at regular intervals is called as irrigation. The supply of water to crops at regular intervals is called as irrigation. There are different sources of irrigation that you have to discuss. Sources of irrigation are wells, tube wells, ponds, lakes, rivers, dams and canals. These are the different sources of irrigation. Very important sources of irrigation. There are different methods of irrigation. Some are traditional method and some are modern method. We have to discuss now in detail about the traditional methods. What are the traditional method? What is essential for traditional method? How these traditional methods will work? All those things we have to discuss. Cattle or human labor is used in this method. In traditional method, the cattle or human labors are used. These methods are cheaper but less efficient. It is not good for the development of crops, but it is cheap method or cheaper when compared to modern irrigation methods. The water available in these sources is lifted by different methods in different regions. It can be lifted by different methods in different regions. This water should be supplied to the crops depending on the season. In summer season, the crops require lot of water. In rainy season, there is no need to supply the water for the crops. Depending on the season, farmers should supply the water to the different crops. It depends on the crop, depends on the season. Irrigation depends on season as well as a type of crop, type of soil also. Pumps are used for lifting water. To lift the water, usually pumps are used. You know that one? Pumps are used for lifting the water. Diesel, biogas, electricity, solar energy is used to run these pumps. To run pumps, energy is very essential. This diesel, sometimes kerosene, diesel, biogas, electricity, solar energy is used to run these pumps. There are different ways of traditional method. First one is mode, that is called pulley system. You know about that pulley system, and you refer the diagrams in the textbook. You will get idea about all these different ways. Mode or pulley system. Next, chain pump. Second one is chain pump. Third one is dekli, and fourth one is rahar, or it is called as lever system. In the textbook, they have given diagram related to these traditional irrigation systems or traditional irrigation methods. You go through those diagrams, you will understand these methods, how these methods or different ways of irrigation will work. In the next class, we will discuss about the modern methods of irrigation. What are the modern methods? Can you guess? That is a sprinkler irrigation system as well as drip irrigation system. We have to discuss in detail about the sprinkler irrigation system as well as drip irrigation system in the next class. Already you studied about drip irrigation system in the 7th standard, but in detail again we have to discuss about that. If you have any doubt on this topic, you can ask.